Deepak Kaul from Red Hat. He has more than six years of experience in software quality. He likes cooking. Yes, he does. Enjoys movies and cricket. Now, at lightning speed, he will tell us why test automation promises more and delivers less.
Hello, can you hear me? Okay, so I can't wait to hear what I'm going to speak after that warm introduction. And I can't even address you as ladies and gentlemen because we are testers and testers can be anything but gentle. So my name is Deepak Kaul and I am going to present this why do test automation projects promise more and deliver less. So I know this is not a very popular topic, but truth has to be told, right? So it's going to be a 10-minute lightning talk, and it's my first time in a lightning talk, and I really like it because they are just like latest fashion. Long enough to cover the subject, but short enough to keep the interest alive. So we'll quickly jump into first slide. So this is there are some reasons which I have put together, which I think that lead to misadventures in test automation projects. The first thing is incorrect motive. So in an ideal world, what should be the primary reason to start an test automation project? Let's ask John Doe, our QA manager, or not exactly a QA manager, but any QA decision maker. So in an ideal world, it should be business need because there are a set of tests which we run repeatedly throughout the testing cycle, time again and again, and those should be automated to save us the labor and time. So now let's ask our QA engineer, the same thing, business need. But this was the ideal world. Now let's get to the real world. Yes, in real world, the QA manager thinks that it's process maturity due to which we need to go for test automation. And there is some hidden agenda in his heart, and that is brownie points, right? And you know what happens in less privileged organizations? QA manager also reports to someone, and one data which goes to the higher management is the amount of coverage. So he'll say to his VP or the person whom he's reporting that we have automated 60% of the regression test suite. But how many new defects were found? How many tests pass, fail? How much is the maintenance cost? These things never go up the ladder. So now let's look at our QA engineer. A very simple guy. It's very confused, low self-esteem, and needs something exciting because he has never seen a job post which says that we require a manual test engineer. So his agenda is he wants to indulge in automation just because he thinks that he will learn it and sometime it will help in switching jobs. The second point is resource crunch. Now there are application developers and there are testers and there are some angels like people who did application development for 2 years then moved on to testing, or there are testers who raised their game and learned coding and ended up being good automation testers. But in this Indian ecosystem, and believe me, India does a lot of QA work around the world. So if you ask a developer to write the automated tests, you can see the look on his face. So this is our, because you know, we are brought in a society where we want to be doctors and engineers, vulnerable doctors and engineers. No one ever said that I'll grow up and be a software tester. So now let's look at the low self-esteem manual test. Ask him to write the automated test and see his face. And the third thing, again, our John Doe, the QA decision maker, is in focus. Not treating automation as another software development project. So what he'll say, okay, we are going through a lean development phase due to Christmas vacations, 15 days US holiday. So let's focus on automation. And when there's a timeline crunch, you know what will be abandoned. It's the automation which will be abandoned at that time. The fourth point is not identifying correct automation candidates. You know, since the percentage of automation is the data which QA manager is going to report upwards, so he will always force you to aim for the 100% automation. Nothing is exhaustive in this world. Leave aside testing, leave aside automation. There is nothing which is absolute except a brand of vodka. And now your favorite superhero. And you can see this little joke there. When life gives you MS, make it Dhoni, not Windows. I come from Red Hat, and the Windows jokes are for us like pickle and papad after meals. So why I have shown this Dhoni picture, because you know we talked about our QA decision maker. There are some qualities which QA decision maker should have for an automation project to really become successful. The first thing is leading by example. He should be, you know, knowledgeable about automation. The second thing is persistence. He should persist with, because automation is something which will yield you good benefits after 6 months or 1 year. So this is not like overnight you'll get beautiful results, right? So Dhoni is here because he persisted with young talent, and now he's reaping the benefits. And to get if you say these things to a QA decision maker, he will argue that, he will give you an argument that it's very difficult to get the management approval for, say, good automation professionals, or time and labor to put in an automation project. But if your intentions are right, you want to help the organization, you really want to fulfill a business need, then you can get that buy-in. Now I'll look at the statistics. Believe me, I have not made these numbers. These numbers are real. On an average, 60% of the test automation projects fail, and of the rest 40, only 20% meet the targeted ROI. Too long, 92% of all test automation projects are useless, right? And no one ever posts in monster.com that we need champions of the test automation failures. Okay, the last slide, but needs to be done. First thing first, take test automation project as seriously as another software project. Hire real test professionals, test automation professionals. Identify your test automation candidates carefully. It's not, we should not go for 100%, we should go for more maintainable tests. Choose your test automation tool with a great responsibility. If you cannot hire, then bridge the gap between. There are organizations which are using, you know, there are some hybrid tools, we call them scriptless tools. Since we cannot invest in people who are good at coding, we can invest in tools which are scriptless, which give our functional text experts the ability to write test automation scripts. There are some tools like that. One of them I think is Colicia. It is a Pune-based tool. And another one, I don't remember the name, maybe, I think it starts with T, Treat or something. Twist, I think. So that's it. I don't think we are allowed questions in a 10-minute time. Are we?
You can catch him offline. He'll be here. So he'll be there to answer your questions.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for your time.
All right. Thank you, Deepak. I'm sure he's given us a few points to actually think about the next time we start off with writing our automation suite. So a quick update on the schedule. We're going to shift the next talk, which is why every tester should also aspire to be a dev on his project, which is by Sandeep Bankar, to the next series post the open space. Lunch is ready. So after Bhumika's talk about biting, I think you guys want to have something to eat. So lunch is in the pantry there, so please feel free. We'll be back after an hour, and then we'll have the workshop.